Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today is Thursday, which means it's BookList Thursday. And BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book, thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. Apparently she didn't want to be there anymore. Anyways, okay, so today our topic is kind of in celebration of Earth Day. And so we thought we would focus on books that had something to do with the 5 earth elements, which are earth, water, fire, air, and space. And a cheat. So I have books that kind of relate to each of them. So that's kind of the best I could do. I tried to look for titles that had the words like earth, water, fire, air, space, and I couldn't find all of them. So we're going to just go with plan B. Plan B is just as good. I'm still talking about books, right? All right, first one would be for the element of air. So I'm talking about sky. 4 Treasures of the Sky by Jenny Tingwei Zhang, I think. This one, I need to get to this one sooner rather than later. It's something I picked up because I wanted to read it right away and then I didn't pick it up. So I know that Krista read this book and absolutely loved it and didn't stop raving about it. I think it's when we were together in Madison. It's when we were talking about it. So the author basically saw a historical marker, a very random one, and decided to kind of write a book around that story. Set against the backdrop of the Chinese Exclusion Act about a Chinese girl fighting to claim her place in the 1880s American West. So definitely need to get to this one. I have a small pile of books that I've been going through of like ones that I really want to pick up next. This is in it and it's dwindling, so sooner rather than later. All right, next element is space. And I also got this book out of that pile. Is Hail Mary by Andy Weir. He also wrote The Martian, which I thought was fantastic and hilarious and wonderful. And I hear that this is just as fantastic. Basically, a lone astronaut is on a mission and he's the lone survivor on a desperate last chance mission. And if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish. Except that right now he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. I've heard this is fantastic on audio. I'm finishing up an audiobook and I kind of want to look, I gotta find a copy and listen to it. Although I really enjoy reading. I don't know. I might go back and forth. We'll see, but I want to get to that one. All right, next one I want to talk about is Fire. And I did find one with fire in the title. Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ning. I'm scared to pick this up because I did not enjoy her other book, which was, what was her other book? Everything I Never Told You. I really didn't enjoy it. Yet people continue to tell me that this is different and it's better and I just need to take the plunge and give it a whirl. This one takes place in Shaker Heights. It is a progressive suburb of Cleveland. Everything is planned from the layout of the winding roads to the colors of the houses to the successful lives its residents will go on to lead. No one embodies the spirit more than Elena, whose guiding principle is playing by the rules. Then we enter Mia, an artist and single mother who arrives in this idyllic bubble with her teenage daughter Pearl and rents a house from the Richardsons. Soon Mia and Pearl become more than tenants. All 4 Richardson children are drawn to the mother-daughter pair, but Mia carries with her a mysterious past and a disregard for the status quo that threatens to upend the carefully ordered community. So it sounds like there's going to be some drama, but I don't know. Let me know. Tell me if you think I would like this. Okay, next one I have is Water. I have The House at Riverton by Kate Morton. I love me some Kate Morton books. They are usually dual timelines and I'm not sure if this one is. Maybe it's not. Let's read the back. Okay, Grace Bradley is just a girl when she began working as a servant at Riverton House. For years, her life was inextricably tied up with the glamorous and eccentric Hartford family's daughters. So we have Hannah and Emmeline. Then at a glittering social party in the summer of 1924, a young poet shot himself. The only witness were Hannah and Emmeline, and only they and Grace know the dark truth. Many years later, so we do have a couple timelines, when Grace is living out her last days in a nursing home, she receives a visit from a young director who's making a film about the events of that summer. The director takes Grace back to Riverton House and reawakens her memories of the last days of the vibrant 20s and a stunning secret that Grace kept all her life. Kate Martin does a really great job with the dual timeline perspective, the past versus the present, the secrets getting unburied, and it's fantastic. I've yet to read this one, but I've read her other books and love them. And then our last element is Earth, and I also found it with the word Earth in the title. So Walk on Earth, a Stranger by Ray Carson. I have read this book. It's the beginning of a trilogy. I believe it's just a trilogy. It is YA, but I love how it takes in some historical elements as well as some fantastical elements. So we have our main character, who is Lee. She has a really amazing family. She has a home she loves and a loyal steed. Of course, everyone needs one of those. And she has a best friend who might want to be something more. She also has a secret. She can sense gold. Like sense gold. Like the veins in the earth, she could tell you where to dig and find gold. She has collected it minutely, enough to basically keep her family safe and be able to buy provisions, but not enough to bring attention to herself. Let's see. When everything Lee holds dear is ripped away, she flees west to California, where gold has just been discovered. Perhaps this will be the one place a magical girl can be herself if she survives the journey. I do remember this ending on a like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? And then I haven't picked up the second book. I don't know what my problem is. But I remember going through this really, really quick. I remember falling in love with Lee as a character, seeing a lot of myself in her. And there's a lot of action that happens in this book. So I really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend it. It's more YA than anything, but it's a quick read. So those are my 5 books that are connected to the 5 elements of the earth. Head over to Sarah's channel and see what she has for today's topic. I thought it was a little different, made me think a little outside the box, which I think picks up some books that I maybe haven't talked about lately. So leave a comment below. Let me know if I should read Little Fires Everywhere or not. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.